Hello, I'm Keegan Beckles, and I will be sharing about my career potentiality. I want to work as an art coordinator. An art coordinator is somebody who plans and executes art events and activities. I'd love to work specifically as a city art coordinator. At a lot of city events like street fairs and festivals, there's typically a community art event where the public can come and contribute to the art piece. That is created and executed by the city art coordinator. Similarly, a lot of times there are like pop-up art studios at the library or other community events that is also done by the city art coordinator. My dream would be to work for the City of Austin Cultural Arts Department. I live in Austin. I love this city. I love all the art that we have here. So it would really be an honor to work with this city's arts department to help their mission of bringing art to the public. We also have a great art center here, the Austin Creative Arts Center. I'd love to work with their programming and help get their mission to their community. The draws to this sort of work for me is that I love art and I love bringing art to the public. I find it very motivating. I'm also interested in the more pragmatic side of it, where it's, of course, this work is fueled by art, but the day to day can be a bit more clerical. So there's a change of pace there that I'm interested in. It's also team oriented work. You cannot run these projects solo. This is teamwork. And I like working in teams. I like working with other people, and I like working with differently minded people. So I'm interested in like the office setting as well. I also like that it's project based. There's always a goal in mind that you're working towards, and the workflow can change depending on what the project needs at the moment. I like that sort of change of pace. So I'm also interested in this work for those sorts of reasons. I worked as a volunteer for my former city's arts coordinator. I grew up in Carlsbad, California, and I volunteered as an arts educator for about 7, 8 years throughout middle school, high school, and college. I volunteered with my city at these sorts of art events and at art camps that we had. And my supervisor was the city arts coordinator. And because I volunteered for her so long, I ended up developing a leadership role there. I would train other volunteers. I would be in charge of certain sects of the event. And I started doing clerical work as well. So I got to see a lot of the aspects of this job as this volunteer. So I have that experience volunteering with a city arts department doing art coordination work. I'm also an artist myself. I've participated in community art events as an artist, bringing art to these sort of events. So I've been on that side of it as well. I also work as an art instructor and an art teacher. I work in the after school space now, but I've also worked as an art instructor in studios. So I know a lot about programming art materials for kids. So I also have that experience in creating the programming. So I've got this experience on all sides of things, and I think my experience really lends itself to creating art event programming for the public. I don't, however, expect to get a city art coordination job right out of college. That is something to build towards. I want to work in a public arts department, certainly though. But as a 5 to 10 year goal, I would love to then work as a city art coordinator or as a an art center coordinator as well. I'd love to be in charge of hosting these events and placing public artworks. I, as I said before, feel very connected to my community when I witness those sorts of community art events and public artworks. So I'd feel very proud to be a leader of implementing those things. I am open to changing my direction though. I'm interested in art education. I said in class that I'm interested in being an art teacher. I have, of course, pivoted, but I'm still very open to getting a certification and working in schools. I'm also very interested in working as a studio instructor more. I've worked already as a studio instructor teaching fine arts to all ages. I enjoy that work a lot, and I'd be interested in continuing with it. I'm also interested in working as an art liaison. An art liaison is somebody who communicates between organizations and artists. So organizations like venues, galleries, museums. I also am interested generally in community service jobs. So conservation of both like land and housing, I'm very interested in. A lot of those city government level jobs have a lot of interest for me. So my smart goal going forward is to get a job in a public art department within 6 months of graduation. I want a full-time job working at least 40 hours a week in an organization that brings art events and art education events to the public. I'm open, as I said, to those lower entry level positions, which makes it entirely attainable for me. And it is perfectly relevant to what I want to do. I am so passionate about community arts. This is where I want to continue my career. So if I find a job in a city or public community arts department that is entirely relevant to what I want to keep doing. And my timeline, as I said, is within 6 months of graduation. So I'm excited to move forward with my career and continue to explore my prospects. Thank you.